Sabi ko na nga ba? Okay. Okay, so today we will be discussing about the graphing rational functions or graphing rational functions. So you are 25 now in this class. So for the sake of other students that na hindi maka-attend for our online discussion for today, this online discussion is recorded through Zoom. Ayan. So okay. So for graphing rational functions, as I've said a while ago, it's much easier than the previous topics that we have discussed. Kasi the fact that the topics, yung previous topics natin is ano tawag dito siya, compacted siya. I mean, marami siyang laman. Dito sa graphing rational functions, we have only two key points na dapat nating tandaan. Okay? And ayun pala, for the information of everyone, while I am discussing our mic, you can unmute yourselves and ask question para ma-address natin agad yung tanong while I am discussing. Okay? Kasi naman na pinatapos ko muna yung discussion, di ba? Di nakalimutan nyo na yung tanong. Ayan, so yun. And ayun, syempre pag magtatanong kayo, yung mga nangyari muna before, wag yung susunod. Kasi malay nyo sasabihin ko pa lang, di ba? Yun. So, sige, let's start. Okay. So, in graphing rational functions, we have two key points that we need to discuss or to focus with. Because these are the points or the parts of the graph of our Cartesian plane that make sense or that is important in graphing a rational function. So, we have here intercepts and asymptotes. And I know that these words are quite familiar because you already, what's this? You already discuss this or you are familiar with these topics na. If I am not mistaken, kasi sa tingin ko talagang alam niyo na ito siya kasi narinig niyo na ito siya. Pero for those who are not familiar, ayun, that's the time. Kaya nga tayo nagdi-discuss ngayon. Okay? And it's your time now to ask. Okay? So first one, we have intercepts. From the word itself, intercepts, ayan, sa anime, narinig ko yung, I mean, nakikita ko sa subtitles yung intercept actually. Parang, ano siya, ano ba yung, parang sasanggain, ganun, ganyan. Okay, so intercepts. So in mathematics, intercepts of the graph of a rational function are the points of the intersection of its graph and an axis. So yung intercept po na sinasabi natin sa math is the point wherein any graph of a function or any function man yan, linear, rational, logarithmic, basta polynomial man yan siya, basta pag tumama siya sa graph, that point kung saan sila nag-meet is what do we call the intercept. Okay? So yung axis natin, di ba, in Cartesian plane, we have the, what's this? The x-axis and the y-axis. Kapag yung ating graph ay tumama dun sa mga axis na yon, that is what we call the intercept. And katulad ng sinabi ko, we have two kinds of intercepts. We have the x-intercept and the y-intercept. A function can have an intercept. Pwedeng wala, pwedeng meron, pwedeng marami. Okay? Depende kung ilang beses siyang tatama sa ating axis. Either x-axis or y-axis. So, intercepts are actually classified into two. We have the x-intercept. It is of course, the part of the graph wherein, or the point in the graph that it touches the x-axis or met or crosses the x-axis. So yun yung tawag nating x-intercept. And the x-intercept is also called the zeros of the function. So if you solve, I know that you already solved the zeros of an equation. So if you already familiarized with the zero, it is actually the x-intercept. Okay? Kasi the way how x-intercept is computed is exactly the same as the zeros of the equation or of the function. Okay? And there are times that an intercept exists or not, depende nga kung tatama siya sa graph. Okay? If it exists, it occurs at the zeros of a numerator or of the numerator that are not zeros of the denominator. Or kapag kapag hinanap natin yung zeros sa numerator and hinanap natin yung zero sa denominator, dapat hindi siya zero ng denominator, yung nasa numerator. Okay? Kaya dapat, we need to equate our numerator to zero. And before doing that, we need first to, ayan, kailangan ko siya i-annotate. We need first to, ba't walang sulat? Ayun. We need first to simplify the function. Sir, paano po pag sinabing simplify? Pag sinabi ng simplify is that i-check natin kung may makaka-cancel ba, i-factor out natin kung meron bang makaka-cancel, meron bang terms na hindi na-evaluate further or na-simplify further, kasi dapat our function should be in the simplest form in the simplest form before we should find these points such as the intercepts. Okay? So dapat simplified muna ang version natin ng function bago tayo maghanap ng intercept. So mamaya gagawin natin siya with the following examples na meron tayo. And then we have what do we call the y-intercept. Of course, the x-intercept is yung y-intercept is actually yung not really the opposite but the counterpart of the x-intercept kapag sa y-axis naman nag-touch yung ating graph. So kapag tumawid, dumikit, or ano pa ba? Yun nga, tumawid, dumikit, or nag-meet yung ating graph, yung graph natin mismo sa y-axis, that is what do we call the y-intercept. And kapag yun ay nag-exist, yun ay computable, yun ay nasa-solve at f of 0, or para mas madaling masabi natin, siya ay f of 0, x is equal to 0. Okay? Kasi mamaya, pag nabigyan ako ng s of x, sir, f of 0 man yung sinabi mo. Diba? O, dinalito na kayo. So, dapat x equals 0. Basically, kapag binigay yung ating function, and we are finding for the y-intercept, we substitute all x's with 0. Okay? Sige, let's try some examples. Ayan. So we have 3 examples here. Ayan. Ay, hindi natin nabura yun. Ayan. So we have, yeah. So we have 3 examples. So let's have the first example. We have r of x. Ay, anyari. We have r of x is equal to 5x squared minus 20 all over x plus 3. So I guess that this function is already simplified, if I'm not mistaken. So to solve for this, ayan, or to find the x-intercepts and the y-intercepts, we should remember the rules that we have discussed in the earlier slide. Okay, so we have the x-intercept. So paano nga ba hinahanap si x-intercept? Okay, so sabi kanina, to find the x-intercept, we need to find the zeros of the numerator. But before doing that, make sure that our function is already simplified. So I guess that our function here is already simplified because x plus 3 is not really a factor, or a factor of the numerator of 5x squared minus 20. So we may now proceed to find our intercept. So first stop, we have the x-intercept. So to find the x-intercept, we need to equate our numerator by 0. So ano nga ba yung numerator natin? We have 5x squared minus 20. So as I've said a while ago, we need to equate this with 0. So lagyan natin siya na equals 0. And then, kapag na-equate na natin siya, simplify further. So we have 5x squared, lipat si 20. So that would become positive 20 divided by 5, both sides. So we cancel here. X squared is equal to 4. Okay, so since we have x squared here, we need to square root both sides to eliminate the squared in our x squared. So we have x is equal to 2. Class, take note that the square root of 4 does not only settle with 2, but with negative 2 also. Kasi di ba, kapag binaliktad natin, 2 squared is 4. Negative 2 times negative 2, which is negative 2 squared, is also 4. So therefore, the square root of 4 should be positive and negative 2. Okay. Kasi class, ganito yan siya. What if kung hindi natin simplify or in-square root siya? So we have x squared is equal to 4. Babalik ko si 4 sa kabila. So we have x squared minus 4 equals 0. What is the factor of x squared minus 4? Diba? It's the difference of two squares. So we have x plus 2, x minus 2 equals 0. And then find the roots. So we have x plus 2 equals 0. So x is equal to negative 2 and x minus 2 equals 0. So we have x is equal to positive 2. Ayan. So it should be positive and negative 2. Kaya pag nag-square tayo, don't forget to put plus minus. Okay? Is that clear? Clear po ba?
Yes po.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay ha, kasi yung iba 2 lang. Actually, kahit nung high school ako, yan din yung mali ko. Pag nag-square root pala and we have equation, we need to put positive and negative. Kasi both numbers are possible. Kapag binalik, di ba? Yun. So we have, ano yung ating x-intercept? We have x is positive and negative 2. Ngayon, class, di ba, naalala niyo si y is equal to mx plus b. Tama? Naalala pa ba? Y is equal to mx plus b. Ayan, this is the slope-intercept form ng equation. Tama? This is taught in grade 8 or grade 9 if I'm not mistaken. The b here stands for the x-intercept. Mali. The b here stands for the y-intercept. Di ba? Slope-intercept form. So we have here y-intercept. Or hindi, sorry, ano pala to? Point slope form. Pero yung b dito, yung point dito is the y-intercept. And since b is denoted as the y-intercept, yung a natin would be for the x-intercept. But the a still is para sa x, ha? So we have a is equal to positive, negative 2, or a is equal to negative 2 and positive 2. Ayan, your internet connection is unstable. Ayan, sabi kayo pag medyo malabo ha, kasi yun nga, ninotify na ako ni Meet na medyo mabagal daw. Okay, so yun yung sa ating x-intercept. So before we proceed for our y-intercept, do you have questions? Question po.
Sir, yung y is equals to mx plus b na applicable po siya sa lahat ng terms ng na pwede maging example dito sa lesson na to.
Ay, okay. Yung y is equal to mx plus b, ginamit ko lang siyang as example para makuha natin yung symbol or the letter that would represent our x-intercept. So, 'di ba sa y-intercept, ginagamit nating letter is letter B, 'di ba? Sa x-intercept, ang ginagamit nating letter is letter A. Ayun. Pero dahil nga rational function nga ito siya, hindi natin magamit si y is equal to mx plus b in this case.
Okay po, sir. Thank you po.
Ginamit ko lang si y is equal to mx plus b para mapakita kung anong letter nga ba yung ginagamit natin for x-intercept and y-intercept. Ayan.
Thank you, sir.
Tinulungan ko lang din kayong i-recall kung ano nga ba si y-intercept and x-intercept. Okay, thank you. Other questions? So, clear po ba ang ating way natin to find our x-intercept?
Sir, may tanong po ako.
Yes, Angelique.
Di ba po yung from formula po ng y is equals to mx plus b is a formula for linear function as well din po.
Ulit po, pakiulit. Medyo choppy. Yung y is equal to mx plus b is?
Formula din po ng linear function.
Opo, sa linear function po siya applicable. Okay, so, bali ganito yun siya. Katulad ng sagot ko, Angelique, kay Matt, pinakita ko lang yung y is equal to mx plus b for you to recall the intercepts. And that, to what's this? To associate yung letter A and letter B for X-Intercept and Y-Intercept respectively. Ayun. Pero baka kasi na-confuse kayo, bigla ako naglagay na Y is equal to MX plus B. Parang ginamit ko siya pang pa-recall. Okay? Sige. Anyway.
Representation.
Parang i-represent ko lang yung letter ng variable na ang B is for Y-Intercept. So kung B ay Y-Intercept, therefore yung A is for X-Intercept. Ayan siya.
Okay po.
Okay, thank you. Other questions? Especially on finding the X-intercept. Excuse lang. Wala. So that means, can we proceed to tawag dito? To find the Y-intercept? Okay. Sige. Y-intercept. Ay, wait lang. Baka may nag-message. Okay, wala naman. Okay. So, Y-intercept. How to find Y-intercept? Actually, finding Y-intercept is one of the easiest way. Okay? So, paano kunin si Y-intercept? So, ang sabi, we need to, what's this? To find the value of f of 0 or of f of the function using x is equal to 0. Ulitin ko, to find y-intercept, we need to find the value of the function by substituting 0 to x's. So, ibig sabihin, to find y-intercept, x equals 0 lang. So, what's the function natin? We have r of x is equal to 5x squared minus 20 all over x plus 3. And then we substitute 0 to our x's. So we have r of 0 is equal to 5, 0 squared minus 20 all over 0 plus 3. And then, yung r of 0 class actually is yung, di ba yung r of x natin pala is yung, di ba? Yung y. So balik natin sa y. Kasi Cartesian plane tayo, wala namang r of x sa Cartesian plane, di ba? So that would be y. Kasi y is the function of x. Kaya f of x si y. Ayan. So y is equal to 5 times 0 squared. So 0 squared is 0 times 5. That's 0 pa rin. So minus 20, that would be negative 20. All over 0 plus 3 is 3. So ito na yan siya agad. Y is equal to negative 20 over 3. Pero since B nga ang ginagamit natin, B as for the y-intercept, so we have B is equal to negative 20 over 3. So yan po yung answer natin. Kanina, ayan. Sige, observation muna. Sige, observation on the answer. Tapos baka may mapansin kayo. Kung may mapansin kayo, ayan. Sabi lang. Kanina kasi yung yung Aristotle may napansin sila eh. Anong mapapansin nyo? Based sa ating y-intercept and sa ating function.
Sir, di ba sir, puro 0 lang sir yung substitute natin sa kada x na meron?
Yes po.
I-direct divide na lang sir yung walang variable.
Okay, so very good. Nakuha ni Darwin. So pwede natin kunin yung mga walang variable. Ano ang tawag natin sa numbers, sa terms na walang variable? Sabi nga, grade 7 lesson. Ano ang tawag natin sa numbers or sa term na walang variable? Tadan! Hoy, anong tawag? Kapag walang variable si number.
Constant, sir.
Ano po ulit?
Constant.
Okay, very good, Winona. That is constant. Okay. meron, sure. So, constant. Okay. So, the constant, yung constant, yun yung number na walang variable. Ngayon, tama yung observation ni Darwin na diretsuhin na lang nating isolve yung mga constant. Kasi ang answer natin for our y-intercept is negative 20 over 3. And kung mapapansin nyo, ito na yun siya agad negative 20 over 3. Diba? O, ayan na siya. So, that would be negative 20 over 3. So, yun na lang agad yung kukunin natin kasi lahat ng, isipin nyo, lahat ng excess magiging 0. Diba? Kahit may number pa yan, kahit 1 million pa yan yung numerical coefficient niya, 0 pa rin siya. 'Di ba? Kahit yung exponent niya raised to infinity, 0 pa rin siya. So, kunin na lang natin yung constant, which is negative 20 over 3. Okay? So, yan siya. Paano, sir, pag walang constant yung sa taas? E di 1. Ay, sorry, 0 pala. E di 0. 0. 'Di ba? Over 3. Or kung ano man yung nasa baba. Kapag walang constant ang nasa baba, paano naman kung walang constant yung baba? E di undefined ang ating y-intercept. Ibig sabihin, pag undefined si y-intercept natin, sige halimbawa, kapag kunwari, 3x squared, kunwari lang ha, e di syempre magzi-zero yung baba, di ba? Wala tayong constant. Ngayon, magiging undefined si y-intercept. Kapag undefined, yung x-intercept, yung y-intercept, or anything na kinompute natin, ibig sabihin wala siya nun. Ibig sabihin kapag undefined si y-intercept, wala siyang y-intercept. At hindi po tatama sa y-axis yung graph. Yun po yung ibig sabihin kapag undefined yung intercepts. Okay? So nakuha po kung paano kunin si y-intercept. Ngayon po, depende sa inyo kung ano yung gagawin nyo. Kung diretso na ba kayong constant na lang kukunin or kung medyo may trust issues at kailangan nyo talagang makita na kapag nag-substitute kayo ng 0, dun pa rin talaga yung yung magiging value niya, okay lang din naman. Walang kaso. 'Di ba? In mathematics, we have the saying that there are many ways to kill a cat or to dress a chicken. Ay, nabigla akong napatanong sa dress at chicken, pero tatanggalan mo siya ng balahibo. Di ba dapat undress yun? Joke lang. Ayan. Ma'am tayo. Diyan ba? Sige, sir. Ayan. Question. Sige, for our first example. Thank you. Wala. Ibig sabihin nakuha nyo? Wala, naririnig kayo ng advisor nyo. Ayan. So, walang tanong. Ibig sabihin nakuha.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nag-yes si Princess Hazel ba siya dyan? Sagot niya yung buong klase. Joke. Ay, sorry. Sorry. Mali. Okay. So, let's proceed to our second example. Ay, wait lang. Burahin ko lang yung naka-annotate. So, our second example is S of x is equal to 3 over 2x plus 3 all over 2x minus 4. Okay. So now, let's solve for this example. Siguro, wait lang. Sa tingin ko kaya niyo na ito siya kung nasagutan niyo na rin naman itong r of x. Kasi mas simpler siya actually. So can I give you some time to answer this? Kung okay lang. So it's already 3:23. 3:24 na bigla. So, bigyan ko kayo ng 2 minutes para hanapin si X-Intercept and Y-Intercept. And then later on, i-check natin kung okay lang. O sige, ayun. Para mag-participate din kayo. Tapos mamaya tatanungin ko kayo isa-isa ha. Okay, so time starts now. Gamitin nyo class yung mga reactions nyo dyan. Kapag tapos na yun, raise na kayo ng hand or heart. And so, kung ayaw nyo magsalita. For pag-recitation, you need to talk. Okay? By the way, ilan na kayo sa klase? Okay, 26. Okay, ayan, let's start. Ay, ano ba? Nakapin. Let's start. Ayan, siguro let's start answering na. Sige, wait lang. Okay. Ay, ano ba? Second example. Okay. So let's answer. Find the X-intercept and intercept or the Y-intercept of our function. So we have here X. Ayan, X-intercept. X-intercept is, ayan. Ngayon, sige, I'll call someone from the class who would like to, or tawag dito, tatanungin ko kung anong gagawin or anong ginawa. So let's have, okay. So, I'm not sure, Miss Bolivar, IKEA ba or Ikaya or IKaya or
IKEA po, sir.
ano po?
IKEA po.
Okay, IKEA. Okay, so pag naghahanap ng X-intercept, anong gagawin natin dapat?
Una, sir, yung numerator po ay equate sa 0.
Okay, so equate natin yung numerator to 0. So, sure ka na ba na ang function natin ay simplified?
Hindi pa po, sir.
Bakit hindi pa? Sige, bakit hindi? I mean, may factors ba si numerator na factors din na denominator?
Pwede yung 2 po, sir.
2. Sige, actually kahit okay lang din naman na wala. Okay? So, okay lang din naman. Kasi 2 lang din naman. Pero kung mga x yan.
Kaya nga, sir.
Ayan. So, kukunin natin si numerator ng, kukunin si numerator and then equate natin sa
0 po.
0. Okay, so we have 3 over 2x plus 3 equals 0. And then, isi-simplify natin. Siyempre, di ko na yung itatanong sa inyo kung isi-simplify kasi natural na yon. Diba? So, we have 3 over 2x is equal to 3. Tama ba? Ayan. And then, multiply by negative. Okay, negative 3. Ayan. So, multiply both sides by 2. Tama ba? Ayan. So,
Opo, sir.
cancel to. So, negative 3 times 2. So, we have x. Tama ba? 3x
3x po
is equal
is
to
equals to
negative
negative 6.
6. And then divide both sides by 3.
3 po.
Okay. So, x is equal to negative 2.
2.
So, ibig sabihin, our x-intercept is A. Our x-intercept is negative 2. Pag sinabi nating x-intercept, A na yun agad. So, A is equal to negative 2. Ngayon, class, pag tinanong kayo kung ano ang x-intercept, ano nga ba yung x-intercept? So, what naman kung ang x-intercept natin ay negative 2? Anong ibig sabihin yan? Sige, let's have Alexia. Ayan, Miss Denate.
Hindi ko pa narinig.
Okay, ay di mo na din. Ulitin ko yung tanong. Okay, sige. Ano, di ba mayroon na tayong x-intercept which is 2, negative 2. Ayan. Ngayon, anong ibig sabihin na meron tayong x-intercept na negative 2? Ayan, narinig mo na yung question? Ayan. Anyone from the class who would like to answer? O nakakatawa pala ako sa camera. No? Likot-likot ko. Okay. Sige, for the information lang na everyone, parang hindi ko ata na-mention, pero parang naalala ko na-mention ko. Kapag meron tayong x-intercept, it is the point wherein our graph touches the axis. Pag x-intercept, ibig sabihin, yun yung point na kung saan tatawid si graph or didikit si graph doon sa point na yon. So, ibig sabihin, kapag meron tayong x-intercept na at negative 2, ibig sabihin, ang graph natin ay tatagos sa x is equal to negative 2. Ibig sabihin, sa Cartesian plane natin sa x-intercept or sa x-axis, tatama sa negative 2 yung ating graph. Kaya nga tinatawag natin siyang X-Intercept at -2. Okay, clear po ba? Ayan, ganun din sa Y. Sige, hanapin muna natin yung Y-intercept. Okay, so we have Y-intercept. Paano kunin yung Y-intercept? Sige, let's have Edward. Ay, hindi natawag ko si Edward nakaraan, naalala ko. Let's have... Sino ba hindi ko natawag sa inyo? Sean? Andre? Hello, Sean. Hello. Sean, narinig mo ba ako?
Hello, sir.
Ayan. Okay, so paano kunin si X-intercept?
Sir, lahat ng X po isa-substitute sa 0 po.
Lahat ng X is substitute sa 0. Paano kung walang 0 yung function?
Ay,
Okay. Yung yung 0 isa-substitute natin sa X. Ganon. Okay? So we have, tama naman, pero, di ba? Tama naman. Baliktad lang yung pagkakasabi mo. Eh, paano kung walang a 0? Na-joke lang. Yung 0...
ay sorry lang, sir.
Oo, okay lang. I understood naman. Yung 0 yung isa-substitute natin sa X. Ayun. So we have...
Sorry lang, sir. Baliktad.
Okay lang. Oo, baka baliktad din ako sa screen. Da-joke lang. Okay, so we have X or S of 0. Okay? Pag sinabi natin S of 0, ibig sabihin lahat ng X magiging 0 nga. So we have 3 over 2 times 0 plus 3 all over 2 times 0 minus 4. O, 0 na rin naman to. So we have 3 over negative 4. Eh, pangit naman, di ba? Kung ang negative ay nasa ibaba, dapat ilagay natin siya sa taas or sa gilid. So, sa gilid na lang. So, we have negative 3, 4. Yan po yung ating Y. Y is equal to negative 3/4 or our B, our Y-intercept is at negative 3 over 4 or 3/4. Ngayon, question. What is the other way in finding the Y-intercept? Okay, let's have... Parang ito may lagi kong tinatawag. Sige, let's have Regina. Natawag na ba ito siya? Sige, Regina.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ano yung other way to find our the other way to find Y-intercept? Hello? Narinig mo kami? Ayan. Hello?
So, choppy.
Choppy ako? Ayan.
Opo.
Ayan.
Wait na, sir.
Okay.
May na kasi dito, sir.
Okay. So, what is the other way to find Y-intercept? Nakuha po? Yung tanong? Hello? Nakuha yung tanong? O sige, iba na lang. O sige, kapag hindi kasagot si sige, let's have Luis. Mr. Kandug.
Sir,
Okay. Hello po. Ayan. So, ano yung other way natin to find our Y-intercept? Yung
sir, yun po ba, sir? Slope intercept ba, sir?
Oo, ano yung Y-intercept? Ano yung Y-intercept natin? Paano natin kunin si Y-intercept? Yung mas madaling way. Dapat natatandaan nyo yun kasi yun yung easier way.
Sir,
Okay.
yun ba, sir, yung y equals mx plus b?
Hindi yun siya. Yung easier way, 'di ba? Kanina 'di ba ito nag-solve tayo, yung substitute natin ng 0. Yung isa pang way na sinabi kanina ng classmate ninyo para mas madaling makuha yung Y-intercept. Ang tawa-tawa mo diyan.
Kasi yung makasabi mo lang tapos hindi na nila alam.
Handa, nakalimutan nyo, 'di ba?
Sir, yun po ba yung sa constant?
Yung natawanan ka
Sa
yung...
constant po.
Oo, tama yun. Yung nasa constant. Tala, titawanan ka ni Ma'am Ellen kasi daw kakasabi ko lang daw din yung naalala. Okay, ito, kunin niyo yung constant. Ayan. Yung frustration yung sound. Okay, yung constant, di ba? We have 3 and -4. Ayan. Tapos iangat mo lang yung negative kasi nga, di ba? Ang tsaka naman tignan ko sa baba yung negative. Negative na nga siya, ida-down mo pa siya. O, di ba? Di over na. So we have -3/4. Ayan. Nakuha po? O, tandaan na. Sige nga, isulat tong second example natin. Kunin niyo yung mga intercept. So we have x is equal to -2 and then our y is -3/4. Tandaan niyo yan ha, kasi mamaya mag-graph tayo. Titignan natin sa graphing natin, software, kung tama yung ating y-intercept and x-intercept. Nakuha? Ayan, may question. Question muna, sige. Mag-dekat muna tayo ng ballpen dito. Question. Uy, magtanong kayo. Hala. Ayan, parang may gusto magtanong.
Sir, question po.
Yes po. Sino yun? Wait lang. Sige, question.
Doon po sa X-Intercept, di ba po sa 3 over 2x plus 3 equals to 0. Same method po ba kahit, di ba po hanapin yung LCD para matira yung x? Akin po kasi ginawa ko, dinivide ko po sa 3 halves din po. At dinivide ko rin po sa -3 over 3 over 2. Pwede rin po
Okay.
yun.
Okay. Ang ginawa mo is
Same answer din po siya.
okay. So ang ginawa mo actually dito sa X-intercept, 'di ba? Kung tama ako, is over 3 over 2 siya, 3 over 2. Oh, same method lang din naman. Oo, pareho lang naman. Actually, yun nga.
Pwede po siya i-apply sa lahat. Sa para ibang equation po.
Oo, actually, pwede naman. Kaya nga, tawag dito, yun yung sinasabi ko sa mga ibang classmates yun na nagtatanong kung ibang ways. So we have, yun nga, we are open to different ways as long, or different solution, as long as your procedures or your solution is logically and systematically acceptable. Ayun, tama naman yun, and which is tama naman yung nasa iyo. Okay, ang ginawa ko lang kasi dito is, I cancel the denominator and then saka nag-divide, which is more detailed. Diba? Ayun. Okay lang din naman.
Sir.
Oo.
Yes, sir. Thank you po.
Okay. Welcome. Yun. Ganon din class. It's if you think that you arrive at the same answer but you have doubt or kasi nga hindi yun yung way na ginagawa ko, you ask questions. Kasi nga syempre as humans we are all individual. I mean unique individual and we have different ways in in solving a problem, 'di ba? Pero yun. Ayun, magtanong lang, okay lang din naman na Pero if you have doubt, if you are sure naman, okay lang din kahit hindi. Kasi hindi ko naman kayo mamalian kung iba yung way na ginawa ninyo. Actually, I appreciate that. Kasi you diverted from the... Actually, kasi kung ano yung tituro ko dito, that's the standard na, kumbaga, sa student. So, yun yung gagawin nyo, yun yung step-by-step method nyo. Kasi baka isipin nyo, baka ito yung gawin ni sir, and per solution, per step, may check. Ganon. So, ganon. Okay? Kasi ibang teacher dati sa math, parang, this is my solution and dapat sa exam and so. Ganon. Di ba? Yun. So, yun naman. Kaya nga, dapat pag nag-check ako ng problem solving, may rubric. Ganon. Hindi siya yung step by step. Paano kung yung si student 1, longer solution? So, mas marami siyang check? Ganon. Hindi ganon. Okay? Yun. Yun lang din naman. Shinare ko lang. Basta, tama yung solution mo, ha? Kasi yung iba, alam mo yun, parang ang ikli nga ng solution or ang haba nga ng solution, tapos they arrive at the same answer. Pero if you check the solution, parang nagsagol-sagol na doon sa dulo, di ba? Parang mali na pala yung ginagawa, tapos sa dulo parang nilagay lang doon, 9. Kasi yun yung answer, nakopya lang. Ganon. Yun. Kaya we are open. As I've said earlier, we are open for different solutions or different ways in solving a problem as long as it is logically and systematically or mathematically acceptable. Okay? So, ayan lang naman. Okay. So, if you have no questions, ayan, di ko na papatagalin. Let's proceed to example number 3. Okay. So, for example number 3, Ayan. So we have example number 3. Ay, nangyari. Okay, third example is we have p of x is equal to x squared plus 3x minus 4 all over x squared minus 16x. So katulad ng sinabi ko class, before you evaluate a function, make sure that it is the simplified form or the simplified form. Okay? Dapat hindi tayo nag-evaluate or parang kukunin na natin siya agad kasi baka nga mali, 'di ba? 'Yun. So dapat sinisimplify muna natin siya. Just like this one. So if we are going to check, ayan, as you can see 4 and 16 and they are quadratic, maaaring may factor si x squared plus 3x minus 4 na meron din kay x squared minus 16. 'Di ba? So let's see. Let's check if tama nga ba. So we have p of x is equal to x squared plus 3x minus 4. Ay, parang inulat ko na lang. I-factor out na lang natin. So ano yung factors ng x squared plus 3x minus 4? So ano nga ba ang factors ng negative 4 na kapag pinag-add natin, the answer would be positive 3? Ano yung mga factors ng negative 2?
Positive.
Positive. Oh, more probably it's positive
Positive
and
4,
negative.
negative 1, sir.
Okay. So, more probably it's negative. So, kung negative siya, dapat positive times negative siya, di ba? Kasi hindi naman pwedeng positive and positive kasi positive yun. Pwedeng positive, negative kasi negative yun. Ay, positive yun. So, negative, dapat magkaiba. So, since we have here 3, so we have positive 4 times negative 1. Tama? Kasi pag pinag-add mo yung 4 and negative 1, the answer is positive 3. So, this is correct. So, x plus 4 and x minus 1. All over x squared minus 16. What is the factor of x squared minus 16? Remember that in your grade 8, di ba na-review natin to last time, that x squared minus 16 is the difference of two squares. Tama? Okay. O sige, ano ang factors ng x squared minus 16? Hello! Nag-review tayo nakaraan. Parang kasama nga ito actually dun sa binigay ko na algebra na shinare ko sa GC. Ano yung factors ng x? Sige, yes po.
Is it x plus 4 times x minus 4?
Okay, that's correct. Thank you, Edward. That's x plus 4 times x minus 4. So x plus 4 times x minus 4. Di ba? Difference of two squares. Ayan, tandaan niya na. Naku talaga. So, may makakancel ba tayo? Meron. Itong x plus 4. Tama? Ayan. Ngayon, kung may na-cancel tayo, ano yung natira? We have p of x is equal to x minus 1 all over x minus 4. And this is the thing or the solution or the function that we need now to find the intercept. So we have X-Intercept. Ito na yung hahanapan natin ngayon ng mga intercepts. So we have x, numerator, di ba? X minus 1 equals 0. So our x is equal to positive 1. Okay, next. We have Y-intercept. Our Y-intercept is the constant. O sige, constant na, diretso. So we have, wait lang, x is equal to 1. So ang a natin is equal to 1 din. Kasi nga ito na yung X-intercept. Okay. So our Y-intercept is, our Y-intercept is the constant. Y is equal to negative 1 over negative 1/4. 4, negative 1 over negative 4. Simplify further, we have y is equal to 1/4. Or b is equal to 1/4. Okay? Sige nga. Ngayon, class, i-graph natin si t, actually, class, ito, si t of x is equal to x squared plus 3x minus 4 all over x squared minus 16 is same lang kay x minus 1 over x minus 4. Okay? Ngayon, class, sige. Ipakita natin ngayon kung bakit siya naging X-intercept and Y-intercept. Hindi nyo na kailangan mag-graph. Kahit ito na lang yung kahit ako na lang yung mag-graph. Okay. So, ano yung function natin? Ay, nakikita nyo ba yung graph? Ayan. So, ano yung ano natin? Function, we have t of x is equal to x minus 1. Tama ba? All over x minus 4. Tama? Okay, nakikita niyo yung graph. Ngayon, class, alam niyo naman yung x-intercept, di ba? Ay, x-axis, di ba? Sorry. Yung x-axis is yung, ano? Yung x-axis natin is yung pahiga. Yung horizontal dyan. Yung x. Of course, yung vertical, yung patayo, is yung y. Okay? So, kung mapapansin nyo, class, ayan, kung zoom pa natin ng slide, yan yung t of x natin. Kung mapapansin nyo, yan, di ba? Yung ating intercept, x-intercept, balikan natin. Ayan. Ito ba? Ayan. Ito ba yun? Oo. So, yung ating x-intercept kanina is ilan? Di ba, ano? Nawala na. Okay. Yung ating x-intercept is yung 1, di ba?
1, sir.
1. Positive 1. So, kung mapapansin nyo, class, ito po yun. Okay. Ito yan siya, 1. Kaya dito, ayan, sorry. Yung dito, class, ayan. Dito, ayan siya. Kaya dito nag-meet sa x-axis. Kaya x-intercept is equal to 1. Okay? Or the A, ito na yung A natin. A is equal to 1. Dito naman, kasi 0.2, dito yan 0.25 yan, di ba? Yun yung value, di ba, ng 1/4? Di ba? Ayan. Ngayon po, yan naman yung itong part na to, yan naman yung ating B. Kasi ang y-intercept natin is equal to 1/4 or in decimal form, it's 0.25. Yun yung reason kung bakit siya tinawag na x-intercept kasi tumama siya dito sa ating x-axis. And the same way goes with our y-intercept kasi tumama siya sa ating y-axis. Okay? So yan po yung purpose ng x and y intercepts. Clear na po ba? And then yung pagkuha din, clear na rin ba? Or do you have any question? Question? Wala. So wala talaga. Or meron. Ah, yes po.
Pwede maging dalawa yung axis, x-axis.
Ah, okay. Pwede maging dalawa yung x-intercept. Depende nga sa graph. Okay? Pero yung x-axis, hindi pwede maging dalawa. Isa lang yun. Yung x-intercept pwede. Okay. Katulad sinabi ko, from the beginning kanina, the x-axis or any of the intercepts could be none, pwedeng wala, pwedeng isa, pwedeng dalawa, pwedeng marami, depende sa function. Okay? As long as it holds the definition of a function, therefore it can be or it can have different or many intercepts. Okay? So yan siya. Okay, we're done with the intercepts. Ayan. Kung mapapansin nyo, kaya nga siya intercept kasi tumatama siya dun sa planet. Yung rocket ship. And then the asymptote, dumidikit lang. Ayan. Yun actually is the definition of our asymptote. The asymptote is an imaginary line or lines to which a graph gets closer and closer as the x or y increases or decreases its value without limits. Ayan. Actually, si asymptote is very important, especially in calculus. Pero I'm not that person I'm not the best person to explain this in the calculus way. Pero ituturo ko siya in GenMath way or in algebra way. Okay? So si asymptote, siya po yung part ng graph wherein yung ating graph ang ating graph ay palapit ng palapit doon, pero hindi siya tatama doon. Ano na ba kayo? Naka-realize na ba or nagka-jowa na ba kayo ng muntik niyo na naging jowa pero hindi kayo tagpo ng tadhana. Ganon si asymptote. Okay? Yung akala mo siya na pero hindi pala.
Sir, Alex Chua.
Alex Chua. Ayun. So ganon. So that is one big example of our asymptote. Yung tipong tawag dito or may anything na pinapangarap mo, parang wow, ang sakit. kunwari may dream ka and then yung malapit ka na papunta dun sa dream and then may nangyari or yung result dun ka na nabitin ka. Naalala ko yung board exam. Ganon si asymptote. Yung kamuntik-muntik ka na pero doon ka na sa goal mo, konting tumbling na lang, 'di ba? Pero di mo pa nakuha. Ganon si asymptote. So, yan yung real life example niya, real life situation na pwede nating i-apply sa asymptote. Ayan, parang kaiyakin ako, 'di ba? Baliw. Ayun. Ayan, sorry. Asymptotes. Okay, we have two kinds of asymptotes. Actually, we have three. Ayan. Pero hindi ko na ituturo yung pangatlo kasi baka malipong na kayo. And ma-encounter nyo rin naman siya sa pre-calculus sa hyperbola. Ayan, saka sa parabola. Okay? So, anyway, ayan. Dalawa lang din naman kailangan dito. We have the vertical asymptote and the horizontal asymptote. Class, sa inyo, class, na alam ko, marami pang nalilito sa inyo kung sino si vertical at horizontal. Naka-encounter na rin ako last year. Actually, sa 2 batches na hinawa ko ng senior high, meron pa sa kanila na hindi alam si vertical at si horizontal. Okay? Di ba? Vertical is patayo. Kung di nyo alam yung vertical, edi doon kayo sa horizontal. Si horizontal, di ba? From the word itself, horizon, di ba? Saan ba nagtatagpo daw? Si dagat. Si dagat ba? Saka si langit. It's where the sky and the sea meet. Meets. Ayun. That's the horizon. Pero yung ibang, di ba, pupunta, see the light, see the sky. Gumawa na. Ganon. Balik na tayo, bigla na tayo nagiging informal. Ayan. Okay, sige. Ayan, the horizontal asymptote is yung pahiga, 'di ba? Actually, yung horizon nakikita lang siya pero hindi siya pwede puntahan kasi basta 'yun. Yan siya. Sige nga, puntahan niyo yung horizon. Walang katapusang horizon yung pupuntahan niyo. Ayan. Sige, balik tayo. Vertical asymptote, from the word itself, vertical, it's the vertical line where the graph will never, ever, ever intersect. Or hindi siya tatawid or hindi siya mag-meet doon. It happens, kailan ba nangyayari si vertical asymptote? Kapag may value si x, tapos yung corresponding value niya ng y is undefined. Okay? And can be computed by equating the denominator to 0. Ayan. So, kabaliktaran siya ni X-Intercept. Kung si X-Intercept, kinocompute or in-equate sa 0 yung numerator, si vertical asymptote is in-equate yung denominator. Make sure that before you equate the numerator or the denominator by 0, dapat po na-simplify nyo na yung function. Okay? Lakas ang boses ko na. Istorbo na si Ma'am Ellen. Ayan, kanina pa daw. Okay. So, ayan, mamaya, i-check na lang natin kung paano natin siya gagawin. Basta tandaan, can be computed by equating the denominator to 0. Next naman po is horizontal asymptote. The horizontal asymptote is, of course, the horizontal. And then, it happens when the given value of y, yung corresponding value niya ng x is undefined naman. So, merong value ng y, pero yung x undefined. Possible ba yun, sir? Possible yon. Okay? Kailan siya nako-compute? Ay, sorry, bastos. Kailan siya nako-compute? Kapag dinivide, ito, tandaan nyo klasa, ito yung pinakamahirap-hirap na part kasi it's parang more on limits or calculus side na siya. So, can be computed by dividing each term by the variable with the highest degree and where x raised to a over x raised to b is equal to 0 if a is less than b. Sir, ano na naman yan? Ganyan. Kaya nga, i-check natin later kung paano siya gagawin. Okay? Ayan. So, we will be having the same example earlier. So, we have first example. Ito, titignan natin yung ano ha, yung sa horizontal asymptote kung paano kukunin. Yung vertical asymptote kasi medyo madali lang. So our vertical asymptote. Okay, paano kunin si vertical asymptote? Si vertical asymptote class, katulad ng sinabi kanina, can be computed by equating the denominator by 0. So we have x plus 3 equals 0. So what's x? X is equal to negative 3. So this is our this is our vertical asymptote. Next one, we have, ayan. So we have, ano naman, the horizontal asymptote. The horizontal asymptote. So horizontal asymptote is computed by dividing each term of the function with a variable with the highest degree. Ano ang variable with the highest degree? Ang variable with the highest degree is yung variable x na merong pinakamalaking exponent. Diba? Ang degree is the number of the highest exponent, diba? Okay. So ang variable with the highest degree is x. Dito sa ating function, ano yung pinakamalaking exponent? We have 2. So x squared. Siya ang variable with the highest degree. So ano ang gagawin natin? We have r of x. We need to divide each term. So we have 5x squared all over x squared minus 20 over x squared all over x plus 3. May sinasabi kanina, sir, na ay kanina class na, or sige, sir na lang, para kunwari ako yung nagtatanong kay sir. So, sir, kanina may sinasabing x raised to a over x raised to b is equal to 0 kapag a is less than b. Yan, class. Para madali nyo siyang maintindihan, ganito na lang. Sige, kahit i-disregard nyo na yung ito. Ang gagawin natin is, kailangan ma-cancel si variable with the highest degree. So, sino yun? Si x squared. Pag na-cancel siya, yung kasama niya maiiwan. Okay? Ano yung kasama ni 5x squared na naiwan? Yung 5. Paano kapag wala dito? Ibig sabihin, pag hindi ma-cancel si x squared, ay sorry, may x over squared pa pala dito sa baba. Pag hindi ma-cancel class, ibig sabihin 0 na yan siya. So, ibig sabihin, wait lang, ulitin ko ha. Ayan, di ba dapat may x squared sa baba? So, kapag na-cancel siya, yung numerical coefficient kasama dapat. Or maiiwan dapat. So, si 5x squared over x squared, cancel si x squared, dahil na-cancel, maiiwan si 5. Si 20 over x squared, since hindi siya ma-cancel, magiging 0 siya. Okay? Ganon din sa baba. Si x over x squared, hindi natin ma-cancel yung x, at saka yung buong x squared, sorry. Hindi natin ma-cancel yung buong x squared, kaya 0 siya. Plus, 3 over x squared, hindi natin ma-cancel si x squared, 0 din siya. Basta pag hindi ma-cancel si variable with the highest degree, siya ay 0. Okay? Ngayon, evaluate the remaining numbers. So we have r of x is equal to 5 over 0. Ano ang 5 over 0, class? Ni-review ko rin to last meeting.
Undefined?
Sir, undefined.
Okay, undefined. So our r of x is undefined. Remember that our r of x is y, di ba? So ibig sabihin y is undefined. Ibig sabihin, class, katulad sinabi ko kanina, kapag undefined, paano pag undefined si asymptote? Ano mangyayari? Wala siyang horizontal asymptote. Ibig sabihin, if any number gets undefined, wala siya nun. So, no horizontal asymptote. Pakita natin. Sige. Pakita natin kung paano yan siya ginagamit. Okay. Ano yung function na nga natin? Nakalimutan ko bigla. 5x squared minus 20 over x plus 3. So we have our, burahin ko muna itong t of x. So we have, wait lang ha. Ay, parte. Parte yung Google, GeoGebra. Ayan. So nakikita nyo class, di ba? Ayan. We have R. Nakita yung Cartesian plane? Hello? Nakikita si Cartesian plane?
Yes,
Hello?
yes po.
Okay. Ayan. 5x squared minus 20, tama? All over x plus 3. Tama ba? Tama, di ba? 5x squared minus 20
Opo, sir.
over x plus 3. So, ito yun siya. So, ito yung graph natin. 5x squared minus 20 over x plus 3. Ngayon, class, ano ang kanyang asymptote na nga? X is equal to, ay, nakuha nating asymptote. Ay, sorry. Wait lang. Wait lang, nawala na. Where's that? Ay, nawala. Oh my God. So we have, ulit na nga, we have R of x is equal to 5x squared minus 20 all over x plus 3. So this is the graph. Ngayon po, ang ating asymptote na na-compute kanina is x is equal to 3 ba? Negative 3? Tama? Hello?
Negative 3 po, sir.
Ayan. So x is equal to negative 3. Ngayon, class, kung mapapansin ninyo, nakita niyo yung, wait lang, pili tayo ng color. Ito pa ito ng color eh. Para madali niyo makita. Kasi, ayan. So, actually, naglalag siya dun sa graph. Kasi nahirapan din siya. Okay. So, ayan. Nakita niyo naman yung gray. Sige, ito na lang. Ba't kasi ito yung color? Ayan. Yung gray na part. Sige, ito. Yung gray na part, di ba ito yan, yung pag ganon. Kung mapapansin nyo, class, parang, ano siya, padikit siya dito sa ating x is equal to negative 3. Yung x equals negative 3 dyan is yung, ayan, sige, red. Buti naman napalitan. Okay. Kung mapapansin nyo, class, ayan, sa ating graph, ayan, di ba yung graph? Yung red natin, ito yung x is equal to negative 3 natin. Pag graph kasi natin yan siya, straight line yan siya patayo. Okay? So, ayan, kung mapapansin nyo, di ba, yung red, padikit ng padikit doon sa ating black. Pero actually, hindi yan talaga siya didikit doon. Ayan, yan yung tinatawag nating asymptote. Okay? Yan siya. Yan yung tinatawag nating asymptote. Ngayon, wala siyang horizontal asymptote. Ibig sabihin, ayan. Ngayon, anong meron sa kanya? Maaring meron siyang oblique natin. Yun yung tinatawag nating oblique na asymptote. Pero hindi na kasi part siya ng GenMath. Okay? Kasi it's more on, ano na siya. Kasi ito parabola to eh. More on, ano na siya, calculus siya. More on conic section na siya. And ayoko na siya i-touch. Kasi i-discuss din naman siya sa inyo ni Ma'am Tiny. Kasi ang focus natin dito is all about rational function. Okay? So, sige, let's proceed to our second example. Okay, our second example is, ayan. So we have, ayan. So we have s of x is equal to 3. Ayan, to 3 over 2x plus 3 all over 2x minus 4. Okay, ang gagawin po natin is, ayun, same din. So kunin natin si ito vertical, Vertical asymptote. Okay, so kunin natin sa denominator, we have 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. Equate natin sa 0 sa denominator. And then, we simplify. So we have 2x is equal to 4. Divide both sides by 2. X is equal to 2. So this is the vertical asymptote. And then, we have our horizontal asymptote. What is the tawag dito? The variable with the highest degree, kailangan isulat natin siya para madali natin matandaan. Okay, dito ay x lang. Bakit x lang? Kasi po, ano meron? Kasi siya ay x lang. Walang ibang walang ibang variable na may exponent so x lang siya. Okay, so ngayon, simplify, we have s of x is equal to 3 over 2x over x, ayan, plus 3 over x all over 2x over x minus 4 over x. So katulad ng ginawa natin kanina, lahat ng hindi pwede i-cancel, magiging 0. Kaya 3 over 2 plus 0 all over 2 minus 0. Okay. So we have, sige dito na. So we have 3 over 2 pa. Ayan. I-reciprocate si 2. Magiging, 1/2. Tama? Pero ang operation natin magiging times. So we have 3 over 2 times 1/2. Na-reciprocate natin si 2 kasi, kaya naging times. Simplify further, we have 3/4. So our horizontal asymptote is at y is equal to 3 over 4. Kailangan sa x equals 2 and y equals 3/4, hindi tatama ang ating graph. Sige nga, gawin nga natin doon sa ating graph. Let's see. Sige, para tawag dito, para makita natin na kailangan di siya mag-touch, i-graph ko muna yung mga asymptote. Ano nga yung asymptote? X is equal to negative 2 ba? Positive 2. Positive 2, di ba?
Positive 2 po, sir.
Okay, positive 2. Yung y naman natin is 3/4. Tama? Okay. So nakita niyo yung asymptote natin. Siya ay kulay black. Okay? Ngayon, ito-type ko yung ating function. S of x is equal to, hindi ko na matanda, to 3 over 2 x, tama? Minus 4. Tama ba? Minus, tandaan, check natin. Sige. Ayan, plus 3 pala. 3 over 2x plus 3 over 2x plus 4. So we have S of x. So we have 3 over 2x plus 3 all over 2x minus 4. Tama? Ayan siya. Okay. Isipin nyo, class, yung graph natin for our rational function is in color green. Nakita niyo yung color green? Ayan. Ano mapapansin nyo? Check na natin. O, diba? Hindi siya tatama doon sa ating black. Ayan. Ganon din sa kabila. Hindi siya tatama doon sa black. Ganon din yan dito sa baba. Hindi siya tatama sa black. Ayan. Hindi rin siya tatama sa black. Yan po yung tinatawag nating asymptote. Kailangan si graph hindi mag-touch sa asymptote. Di ba? Ang ganda. Parang paro-paro lang siya. Ayan. So, ganyan po yung ating asymptote. Okay? So, ganyan siya ha. Kailangan hindi magtama yung ating graph doon sa asymptotes. And then, we have our last example. This would be last na lang din naman. Ayan. Sige. Tawag dito. Last na lang din. Baka bored na kayo sa buhay. Ayan. So, we have t of x is equal to x squared plus 3x minus 4 all over x squared minus 16. As I've said earlier, we need first to evaluate the function before simplifying or before finding the intercepts and the intercepts and the asymptotes. So we have t of x. Kanina nakuha natin is x minus 1 all over x minus 4. So that leads to our vertical asymptote, that is the denominator equated by 0. So is equal to x minus 4 equals 0. X is equal to positive 4. That is our vertical asymptote. For our horizontal asymptote, we need to find the variable with the highest degree. The variable with the highest degree is equal to x. Or pwede ring x squared.
Sir?
Ay, yes po. Pili lang kayo. Kung dito kayo kukuha,
Chappy po.
ay sige, yes, ulit.
Sir, Chappy, sir.
At Shopee na ako. Hello,
Sir.
ayan.
Nagcha-Chappy po.
Chappy po.
Sure kung sa akin lang nag-choppy.
Okay, Shopee ako. Wait. Ayan, okay na? Hello? Okay na?
Tingin po dun, sir,
Wait lang, parang kayo na naman.
ano,
Sir,
sa T
pangalawa
of
po.
x is equals to x minus 1. Yung ganun.
Okay, sige. Ulit. Okay na. Hello, okay na?
Opo.
Okay. Sige. So, balik
Okay,
tayo.
okay na rin po.
Ayan. Sa game na. Okay. So, our function is x minus 1 over x minus 4. To find the vertical asymptote, we have to get the denominator, which is the x minus 4. So, equate that with 0. So, we have x is equal to 4. In lang. Doon pa lang naman tayo so far nag-choppy. Ayan. So, we have horizontal asymptote. We have if we are about to find our horizontal asymptote, we need to find the variable with the highest degree. Ngayon, class, pwede kayong mamili kung saan yung gustong kunin. Pwedeng dito sa original function, yan. Pwede rin naman dito sa ating simplified version ng function. Don't worry, they have the same graph and they have the same value. Okay? So, dito na kayo sa mas madali, sa na-simplify, di ba? So, what is the variable with the highest degree? That is x. So, you need to divide the variable with the highest degree with all of the terms. So, that is t of x is equal to x over x minus 1 all over x. Ayan. And x minus x minus 4 over x. Ayan. So, simplify further. We have 1 minus 0 kasi hindi na-cancel. Di ba pag na-cancel to, may 1 yan siya nakasama, ha? Ito din, may 1 yan nakasama dyan. So, 1 over x is 0. And 4 over x is 0 then. So, 1 over 0, 1 minus 0 over 1 minus 0. So, that is 1. So, our y, our t of x is equal to 1. So, ang ating asymptote, last na lang napakita ito. Ayan, 4:15 na. So, our asymptotes is at x is equal to 4. Ayan. So, our asymptote is at x is equal to 4. Ano yung ulit? X is equal to 4. And y is equal to 1. Yan siya. And then, ipapasok ko po yung buong function, yung original function na. So, we have t of x is equal to x squared minus 3x, plus pala, plus 3x plus 4 all over x squared minus 16. Ay, parang may mali sa graph. Minus 4 pala. So, ayan. So we have t of x is equal to x squared plus 3x minus 4 all over x squared minus 16. O ganun din, asymptote din yung black dun sa red na graph. Mukha lang din siya nag-meet dito banda, pero pag zoom in mo yan, ayan, zoom in mo, mukha lang siyang didikit. Pero hindi talaga dapat yan siya magdikit. So that is the purpose of our asymptote. Okay. So, ayan. Siguro I'll be giving you 4 minutes to ask. So may questions po ba? Do you have questions regarding our topic, which is intercepts and asymptotes? Hello? Wala? Wala, class? Anyone from the class na magsasabing wala or meron pa?
Sir, may nagugula na po. Patingin po ng graph po ulit.
Ng graph?
Opo.
Okay. Okay. So, eto, wait lang. Nakikita yung graph?
Hindi
Okay. Ay, hindi. Okay, sige. Okay, yan. So, ayan. So, yung asymptote, yung kinompute natin kanina is yung black. Kapag i-graph natin yung function, yung nasa red, kailangan hindi sila mag-meet. Parang yun lang yung kumbaga pinapakita ko lang sa inyo yung purpose ng asymptote. Pero hindi ko na kayo pinapag-graph like this, yung nakikita niyo sa screen. Okay? Kasi I know that it take time and not all of you are, with math. I mean, nagagraph na kasi kayo sa tawag dito. Nagagraph na kayo sa pre-calculus. So, mag-give way na ako sa pre-calculus. Okay? Sa math, sa Gen Math, hindi na kayo mag-graph. Okay lang. Basta you need to show me the asymptotes and the intercepts. Okay, may question may nagsagot kanina doon sa may nagtanong or tip or whatever na nagsabi na si Amarthea, nagsabi siya kanina na pwede daw ba magbigay ng example na medyo related doon sa ating task? Actually, lahat naman ng nandoon sa task natin is sa tingin ko madali. The thing is, mukha lang siya mahirap kasi nga medyo binagyan ko yung examples or yung nilagay doon. Pero same procedures pa rin naman yung gagawin. Pero sige, for the sake of everyone to see and dahil nga may nagtanong, sige. Siguro isa lang. Okay. Sige, let's have ito lahat na to isahan ko na to Okay. So we have here ano ba? May Janmat ba ako na book dito? Wala akong dala. Ayun, sige wait lang Kuha lang ako ng Janmat na book. Okay. So we have here ito. Okay, we have here ito. Let's have f of x is equal to x minus 5 all over x squared minus 8x plus 12. Okay? Okay, ngayon class, hanapin natin yung intercepts and the asymptote. Okay, meron sa learning activity nyo yung 0. Ayan. Minention ko to kanina. Ang zeros class is actually the X-Intercept. Okay? X-Intercept. So, kung ano yung X-Intercept, yun na rin agad yung zeros. So, that's a bonus points na lang sa inyo. Okay? Ayan. Wait lang, mag-mute lang muna. Okay. Tapos, ayan na. Wait lang. Find natin lahat from the very beginning. So, we have X-Intercept. Paano kunin si X-Intercept? Equate si numerator to 0. So, we have X minus 5 equals 0. Okay, so X is equal to positive 5. Okay, next is Y-intercept. How to find Y-intercept? Kunin si constant. So our Y, or wait lang, X is equal to 5, so A is equal to 5. Yan. So Y natin is negative 5 over 12. So our B is equal to negative 5 over 12. Di ba constant na lang Ayan. And then we have our vertical asymptote. VA na lang, vertical asymptote. So we have here kunin si denominator. We have x squared minus 8x plus 12 equals 0. Okay. Ngayon, class, ayan, factor out. We have x minus 4. 6 pala. X minus 6. Ayaw. Ayan. X minus 6 and x minus 2 equals 0. So factor ay paghiwalayin, minus 6 equals 0. So x is equal to positive 6. And x minus 2 equals 0. So x is equal to positive 2. So dalawa ang vertical asymptote. Ooh, intriguing. And then we have here horizontal asymptote. What is the variable with the highest degree? That is x squared. Okay? So ano ang function natin? F of x is equal to x over x squared minus 5 over x squared all over x squared over x squared minus 8x over x squared plus 12 over x squared. Lahat ng hindi makakancelan magiging 0. So, ang meron lang dito is yung x squared over x squared. So, merong 1 sa baba. So, we have f of x is equal to 0 minus 0 over 1 minus 0 minus 0. So, f of x natin is equal to 0 over 1. Basically, ang f of x is y. So, y is equal to 0. So, ang ating horizontal asymptote is at y equals 0. And, ayun. Ayun na siya. The thing, class, alam niyo kung bakit siya mahirap? Kasi nga po, ang gagawin niyo doon is to simplify the function further. So ngayon po, lahat ng gagawin yung pagsisimplify is actually not discussed on our lesson, but with the lessons that you have learned in your junior high school mathematics. Kaya nga, that's the reason, or that's the time, that's the time pala. So that's the time for you to review your junior high school mathematics. Especially if you're STEM, di ba? And you have your calculus. Parang, syempre, kanino ba ni Ma'am Tay na ibabalik yung mga simplification na yan? Syempre sa Gen Math. Kaya siya tinawag na General Mathematics kasi lahat ng topics na related sa math, especially in number sense and algebra, is ibabagsak kay Gen Math. And lahat yun natututunan ng junior high school. Tama? So, now class, it's your time for you to, to review the lessons we have in Gen Math or in your junior high school mathematics to apply now in Gen Math. Ngayon, I'm not blaming you naman if you're not learned kasi baka teacher's factor din naman kaya hindi nyo siya matandaan. Pero that's the time for you now to review. Okay? Kasi talaga ang focus natin pag senior high is more on the applications of what you have learned. Ngayon, anong i-a-apply niyo kung wala rin pala kayang masyadong natatandaan in your junior high school? So now, it's your time to recall. Okay? Hindi naman ako nagagalit. Medyo lang, char. And then, I mean, yung point ko, class, is, ayun, if you think that you have difficulty in manipulating the terms or the equation or simplify, di ba yun yung mahirap yung i-simplify? Try practicing, try to look for the formula to the rules in mathematics. Di ba mathematics? Kaya nag-share na ako nakaraan, di ba? So yun. Yun lang naman. At least ayun. Question. Sige, may question pa ba? So while I'm waiting for your questions, may answer lang ako na question din dito sa GC from Aristotle. Walang question from the class? Okay, may graphing po ba sa learning activity? Wala na po.
No, sir.
Yes po. Yes, may Kyla. Yes po, apo.
Sir, lahat po ba ng problems naka-fraction? Paano, sir, kung hindi po siya naka-fraction?
What do you mean? Yeah, okay. Parang may over. I mean, may... Ayun. Actually, sige, thank you, Michaela. Actually, that is an interesting question. Pero, wala lang. Pero kasi, parang kung ako yung sasagot, dapat meron. Kasi nga, alam mo yun, kasi rational function siya, di ba? So, dapat, meron siyang fraction. Or yung terms or the polynomial should have a fraction bar. Dapat x minus 5 over that polynomials or polynomials over polynomials. Kasi kapag walang fraction bar, hindi siya naka-fraction, hindi na siya tatawaging rational function. Yun siya.
Okay po, sir. Thank you po. Na-curious lang po ako.
Okay. Thank you. Ayun, yun lang din naman. Kung ba't di natin siya discuss, yung itong mga topics na to, bakit di natin siya discuss nung polynomials pa lang? Kasi nga po, ganito, hindi na siya diniscuss doon sa polynomial pa lang, yung doon pa lang tayo sa function as polynomial, kasi nga, na-discuss na po siya ng grade 8 math ninyo or ng grade 9 math ninyo. Hindi lang ako sure kung grade 8 or grade 9. Or naturo na yan sa math. Ngayon, tinuturo na lang dito, yung focus natin is on rational function, yung meron tayong polynomials over polynomials, and then hahanapan natin siya ng asymptote and ng intercept. Si linear kasi, itong sina polynomials, for sure, meron yan siyang intercept. Pero kapag linear, wala siyang asymptote. Okay? Unlike kapag rational, doon na na-introduce si asymptote kasi lahat, or not all, pero most of our rational functions have asymptotes. Either vertical, either horizontal. Okay? So, yun lang naman. Other questions? Sige, extend natin kung may tanong pa. Sige, siguro, last two or last one question? Or wala na ba? Ayan nga. Sige. Sige, ako na lang siguro. Wala na rin siguro. If you have questions, sa GC na lang or PM, basta class, make sure na kapag magtatanong kayo, parang pag-isipan niyo muna ng dalawang beses kung yung answer, sa tingin niyo yung answer ba sa tanong ninyo is kaya niyo lang din namang hanapan ng sagot on your own. Okay? Kasi ang dami nyo kaya, 160 plus kayo, tapos isa lang ako, di ba? Parang family feud ba ito? Tapos ako mag-isa lang, kukuyugin nyo ako, ganun. Ganun. I mean, yun din. At saka, ayun, you have your time to ask questions. Like, Dalton time ngayon, di ba? From 1 to 5. Yeah. Pero, bakit wala nagtanong nung 1 to 3? Di ba? May nagtanong pero, sir, mag-meet po ba tayo? And so, pero actually may nagtanong kanina pero, sorry, di ko ata nasagot. Pero, maximize your time. Okay? Yun yung dapat sigurong ayusin ninyo since we are in third week na dapat, since this is Dalton and this is GenMath, you maximize the time that you're having the subject. Kasi, other than that, after 1 to 5, ayan, since this is part of your math time pa rin, ayun, ang tawag dito, after than that kasi, I cannot guarantee that I can answer your questions, all of your questions. Imagine na estudyante rin ako, di ba? Nag-aaral din ako. And that, ayun, and modular pa kami, di ba? May assignment pa ako na hindi ko pa nagagawa. And that, aside from that, anak din naman ako, nauutusan din naman ako sa bahay minsan. Tapos, ano pa ba? Kuya din ako, na may kapatid din ako nagmo-module, kailangan ko rin siyang turuan sometime, di ba? And ano pa ba? And yun, may personal lives din ako, di ba? So, yung mga factors na ganun, I know we all have personal lives, pero yun din. Pero you may ask questions naman that is actually not part of my time. Pero don't expect that you will have the answer right away when you chat me. Okay? Mga 4 hours ko pa yun masagot. Ganon. Yun siya. So, yun lang naman. Pero, yun nga, it's not tawag dito, it's not my way to not, parang it's not my way to tell you that you should not disturb me during my time. But it is actually, what's this? An advisory. Ayun, na if you ask at hindi sa tingin nyo, parang kailangan nyo na yung answer, don't expect that na mabibigay ko sa inyo agad yung answer. Kasi nagsasagot din naman ako sa inyo kahit hindi ko time. Pero, hindi agad. Nakikita ko na nagme-message kayo pero hindi ko yun kayang sagutin on that specific time. Kasi malay nyo, may ginagawa din pala ako ng time na yun and kailangan na sa momentum ako and kailangan ko muna talagang tapusin yung gagawin ko na yun kasi maguguluhan ako. May mga ganun. Especially nag-aaral nga ako. And midterms na namin this Saturday. Kaya kaiyak. Ayun. Other questions? Ano pa ba? Ayun din, class. Ayun lang naman. Yun lang naman so far. Kinakainis ko lang ng 3 weeks sa lahat ng grade 11 kasi they don't maximize their time doing their task and then they would say na, ano ba yan? Hindi nyo ganyan. Ganun. Kung ginawa niya na agad, di ba? Ano pa ba? Yung pag-aas, okay lang naman. Pero make sure naman, class, na yun nga, di ba? Sa mga nakakakita ng My Day ko, nakita niyo naman, di ba? We have time. We have the right time, the right way to ask then. Ayun. Paano kung nag-chat kayo bigla? Di parang, wala na kayo sa time. Tapos parang, ito hindi ako nagsasabi dahil experience ko. Dahil sa ibang teacher din. Na nag-chat kayo during this time. Tapos, personal time nila yon. Tapos, yung pagkaka-deliver mo pa ng tanong ba, I mean, kung ako yun, parang okay na, pero kung ibang teacher, mabubwisit sa'yo, mabubastosan sa'yo, di ba? Ganon din. So, anyway, wala pa kasi kayong e-tech, nadidiscuss nyo yun doon sa proper way of yun. Ano pa ba? Yun lang naman. I mean, reminders na lang din, class, ha? Kasi, ayun, lalo na tinulungan ko na kayo, ha? I mean, if we have modules, I would not require you to, answer all the activities on your modules anymore. Kasi nga, iba sa inyo for sure. And I'm sure, kukalpahin na lang yung answers dun sa answer key. Despite the fact that I give you some hint na pag nagsagot, I need your honesty, though it's not recorded, but I see how is your learning going ba during our subject. So, ganon. So, yun lang. Question. Sige, question. Puro ako na yung nagdadaldal. Hanggang 4:40 tayo. Sige. Dali na.
Sir,
Yes po.
may tanong po ako piniem ko po sa inyo, yung may tanong po ako about sa past lesson. Yung po sa
Yes. Okay. Sige. Ay, oo nga, nakita ko na. Kaninang lunch, di ko to nabasa. O sige, tag dito, sagot ko na lang sa'yo, Angelique, mamaya sa messenger.
Sige po.
After our, Okay. So, how about the rest of the class? By the way, sino nga mayor niya? Si Matt, diba? Ayan. Tapos, for your secretary, sino secretary niya? Si Claire? Lorraine ba? Lorraine? Okay. Lorraine will be checking your attendance. Na umattend dito, aside from, ayun, yung umattend dito, okay. Okay lang din na hindi mag-participate lahat. Pero kukunin ko yung attendance. Ibig sabihin, those who participate today has the willingness to, to learn more and attend to my class. Kasi mas iba yung, the live than the video. Okay? Iba kasi yun. Like, nagsayang kayo ng time to attend here.
Yes, talaga ng time.
Oo. I mean, nag-lose tayo. Ayun. I mean, naglaan kayo ng time for you to learn. Yung iba kasi parang, sabi natin kasi mabagal internet connection ko. Di na ako makinig. May video naman din. I mean, iba kasi iba yung aura kapag nakikinig ka ng live kaysa dun sa nanonood ka lang, di ba? I mean, basta, yun siya. Okay. So, yun. Kung wala na rin naman class, ayun, talaga nagyaw-yaw ako, diba? Ayun, hindi, okay lang yan. I mean, third week pa lang rin naman. Pero I hope you all already adjusted ba with our scheme. Ayan. So, hindi ko kayo mapupush. Bahala kayo sa buhay ng chart. Ayun. Basta do it the right way. Okay? So, if you have no concerns, may concern pa ba? ayun, don't feel guilty about my yaw-yaw today. Hindi naman ako galit. I mean, sinishare ko lang sa inyo lahat ng experiences ko at ng experiences ng ibang teacher. Okay? Nasingit ko lang. Kasi nga, total may nagtanong naman. Ayun. Ayun din. So, ayun. So, if you have no questions, may questions pa ba? Sorry, naririnig yung pala yung mga notification ko kanina. Okay. If you have no questions, I guess let's call it a day. Na-upload ko na yung task sa Google Classroom and na-upload ko na rin lahat ng alternative videos doon. I will be uploading this one on Google Classroom. Okay. So, on YouTube and Google Classroom. So, if you have no more question, may nag-open ng mic? Wala na ba? Okay. If you have no question, goodbye, class.
Deadline, sir.
Ay, sorry. Deadline. Lahat po ng deadline natin is nasa Google Classroom. Okay? Yun po. Lahat ng deadlines natin, stick tayo sa Google Classroom. It's not negotiable and negotiable. It's not, di ko ba nalagyan ng deadline? Sige, lalagyan ko mamaya. Basta ang deadline is 1 day before our meeting. So, kunwari, ang time niyo sa akin ngayon ay kunwari, Tuesday kayo, Tuesday yung, yung klase niyo sa akin, Monday yung deadline. Okay? Ganun, para hindi na kayo tambahan. Mamaya, na-stress kayo sa isang learning activity sheet nyo, tapos may isa na naman parating. Okay? So, yun. Ayusin ko na sa Google Classroom. And, again, goodbye. Bye, class.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir. Salamat po.
Bye,
You're
sir.
welcome. Huwag kayo
Thank you, sir.
mag-thank you. Trabaho kayo magturo.
Meron pang ano?
Bye-bye. Ay, bye-bye.
Merong price dito. Sa ano? Dito?
Bakit?
Wala lang. Pinapromote ko si Julie.